Overall, patients that was recorded yesterday was 3,000 and around about 3,700. So our positivity rate is 9.2%. It is, yes, it is more than we would have loved it to be. But looking at the mildness of the symptoms that we are seeing, currently there's no reason for panicking, as we don't see severely ill patients. I also checked with the hospitals, some of the hospitals in my area, and one of the biggest hospitals, they only have one patient currently that's COVID positive on a ventilator, and they don't even know whether it's COVID, it's Delta, or whether it is Omicron related. Even the provincial hospital, the biggest one, Steve Pico, not really seeing a lot of adults. They do, however, see a higher index of children coming in with COVID-19. And these children has not been vaccinated. So the clinical picture for us is extremely important. And we acknowledge that it might change going forward. But the hype that's been created currently out there in the media and worldwide doesn't correlate with the clinical picture. And it doesn't warrant to just cut us off from any traveling and ban South Africa as if we are the villains in the whole process. It should not be like that. So with your Delta variant, we will know that smell, loss of smell and taste, and then the oxygen requirements of patients, that also will give fatigue, but not the same than what we are now experiencing. That are the most dominant symptoms, with then a severe sore throat and the respiratory tract infection symptoms. So what we see with this one is, again, it started, normally it will always start with your younger people. So it started with the younger generation, 40 and less. And the most predominant clinical complaint is severe fatigue for 1 or 2 days, with then the headache and the body aches and pain. Some of them will have what they call a scratchy throat, and some will have a cough, a dry cough, but it's not a constant cough. It comes and goes. And that's more or less the big symptoms that we have seen. We also have seen clinically that the oxygen requirements, when you do what we call the SATs, that's normal in all of the patients. I haven't picked up one, and so my other colleagues as well. I picked up anyone at this stage requiring oxygen. Some of them would have a temperature. It's not a very high temperature. I only had one child that was severely ill with a temperature of what we call 40 degrees and with quite a fast pulse rate. But we managed to treat her at home, and within 48 hours, she was dramatically better. Can't believe it was the same child that I have seen. So far, we've only seen breakthrough infections, not severe infections. Again, might change. We're not saying the virus is not going to give you severe infections. Okay. But the whole hype out there doesn't make any sense, medical sense at this stage. We can't even say at this stage that the vaccine is escaping, the virus is escaping vaccine immunity. We can't even say that at this stage, because so far it fits in with what the scientists had told us what's going to happen. So when it's fully escaped the vaccine immunity, I think that's when you will really see sick people, but not now. We're not there yet, and I hope and I pray that we will never get there.